Hello, I'm Michelle and welcome to my yoga YouTube channel. What I'm going to do today in this clip is just to take you through some yoga books that you might find useful if you wanted to do some yoga at home, set up maybe a home practice rather than just attending yoga classes as you might do weekly. The first book I'm going to recommend is called Guide to Yoga, written by the Harvard Medical School. You could use it as a reference book to dip in and out of, but it is designed to be worked through over sort of a period of 8 weeks. So it's quite a thick book. So it is a little bit of a commitment, but it is a really good book. It doesn't just deal with physical postures, asana. It also deals with history, philosophy, anatomy, and other things that you might find in a yoga class that you might want to look into in a little bit more detail, like the chakra system, the energy body, the subtle body. What I particularly like about the asana section is that there's obviously text about the various postures, but on the diagrams for the postures, it gives a lot more information. You probably can't see it very well on the screen, but about alignment. So that is a really useful and interesting thing to have. The second book I'm going to recommend is on a similar vein, primarily designed for teachers, and it's called Yoga Sequencing by Mark Stevens. Like the Guide to Yoga, it has information at the start about the chakra system and how to structure a class generally. It then has a number of sequences. Probably can't see very well either on this one, but lots of different postures linked together into themed classes. And what I like about them is that they're also classified in terms of beginners, intermediate and advanced. So you could have a backbending class for beginners, and then the next one will be for intermediate, and then one for advanced. There's also classes that deal with more subtle aspects of yoga, such as chakras, also stages of life, and also pregnancy. The one thing I would say though is that if you are pregnant and want to start yoga, you should really go to a specially trained pregnancy yoga teacher. At the back of the book, there's what I could best describe as an encyclopedia of yoga poses. A small diagram showing you what the pose looks like. Then it'll tell you anatomically, for example, what parts of the body need to be open, what parts of the body need to be stable. It will then give you some preparatory postures and some counter postures. So that's a really good book as well. The next two books are both written by Christina Brown. We've got the Yoga Bible and the Modern Yoga Bible. Not in as much detail, but they are pretty good for the asanas. They're divided into sections. The Yoga Bible is divided into sections. So you might have seated postures, back bending, twists. As you'll see, quite good diagrams, quite good photographs, a little bit of text about them, and also details about modification to make it a little bit more simple, and some counter poses. So that's pretty good too. The Modern Yoga Bible, also by Christina Brown, is a little bit more up to date. It's got postures in there that aren't what you might call traditional yoga postures, flows, different arm positions, just variations of what would be perhaps a traditional yoga pose. So that's why I quite like that one. And the final one I'm going to recommend is Accessible Yoga by Heyman. The reason I like this is that it helps you if you have injuries or maybe a long-term health condition which requires you to modify various postures. It doesn't just deal with chair yoga, it also deals in modifying using props, for example, blocks, blankets, cushions and straps. Again, it's quite clear. The diagrams are quite small, but they are quite clear and gives you basic information on how to execute them correctly and safely. So again, probably not, unless you actually do have quite a serious health condition, probably not the best one to have as a starter. But I should also say that if you do have an injury or long-term health condition, again, you should seek the advice of a qualified yoga teacher. I hope you found that short video useful. I will put in the description details of the books and the authors for you should you wish to look to purchase them. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.